Good morning, you guys. Oh my goodness. It is so quintessential fall right now. The leaves are full on changing, and Rue and I and Landon have come to a dog park because we woke up, rolled out of bed, saw that it was a beautiful sunrise, and Landon really wanted to capture it with his drone. So we've just jumped in the car straight from getting out of bed and have come to this beautiful waterfront dog park while Landon gets drone footage. Rue and I are waiting in the car because the drone really stresses Rue out. And once Landon is finished, we're gonna enjoy the dog park and Rue will run free. We're sat in this warm car and there are people out and about bundled up with their dogs. Their dogs are playing. I've had jazz music playing in the background, cozy fall jazz music, and it's just so perfect for how I feel right now. I haven't been feeling well the past few days. I wasn't full on sick, but it felt like my body was really fighting something that was threatening to take over and I would become fully sick. And I woke up feeling just so much better, which makes me very, very happy because it's my birthday in 2 days and I really didn't want to be sick on my birthday. So yes, I woke up feeling so much better and now just in love with life. Hello, who are you? Oh my gosh, you're so cute. Happy dogs.
I like this dog.
Yoo-hoo!
Whoa.
Good boy.
Yeah.
A beautiful fall so far. You can see part of downtown from here. Just what you want to be doing on this bright, beautiful morning. If you have not already, go ahead and make yourselves a heartwarming cup of tea, grab your coziest of comfy blankets, and let's enjoy the rest of this video together. It is actually days later. I did end up feeling a little bit bad on that Friday or Saturday, whatever day of the week that was. I wasn't quite better, though I'd woken up feeling significantly better. I still needed to rest a little bit. But I did get well in time for my birthday, which is all that I wanted, and I had a really lovely birthday. You may or may not be familiar with my tradition of visiting the birthday bridge on my birthday. I still remember the first time I saw a picture of this bridge on Pinterest. It seriously looks like it fell out of a fairy tale. It's this beautiful wooden arched bridge that has either of its ends on rocky cliffside covered in moss and trees, and in the fall there are so many vibrant leaves surrounding it, and the water that flows underneath of it on a calm day looks like a black mirror.
A year of construction, Mo.
Yeah.
Building,
It's
repairing bridges.
repairing bridges. Yeah. And next year, do a new constructed one.
Yeah.
I've had my fair share of sunny birthday bridge visits and rainy birthday bridge visits. This year ended up being entirely unique in that the bridge was under construction. Maybe I should have checked before going. I kind of like not checking before going though, because this year I found it hilarious that the bridge was under construction. I don't know if I would have felt that way if it were my first time visiting, but it seemed symbolic, as the bridge is in general. This past year of life has been one of painful, uncomfortable self-reconstruction. So with that in mind, I like that the bridge was also under construction, and I look forward to seeing it again with its new face. I hope it's not drastically changed. I hope it's just refreshed. Maybe I could say the same for myself. So yes, it was a really good, sweet birthday. I'm sitting here entirely distracted by something that is new in my living room. Can you spot it? Oh, you guys, we got a wood stove. Look at this. This is something that I have dreamed of having for so long. Landon installed it, and then we just had it inspected, and it passed inspection. And now we're having our first few fires, and the house is so cozy. I really feel hopeful about winter this year because I normally get really, really bad winter blues, but this is liquid sunshine. This is warmth and coziness. Speaking of which, I need to add a log to the fire. I don't even know who I am. This is like just unbelievable. I feel so fancy, so adult. I'll set you here. Yeah. I have a real fire in the fireplace. We're struggling to figure out where to put the TV now. Like really, it's currently sat in my bedroom closet. Longtime viewers will know that we normally keep the TV in the fireplace, and I loved putting a fireplace video on the TV in the fireplace. I thought it was so cozy, and it really does trick your mind. It feels warmer and cozier in a room, even if the fireplace is just on a TV. But now we have our own very real fire and nowhere to put the TV. Anyways, it is now, what time is it? Just after 3 p.m. and we're having some friends over for dinner tonight, and I want to make a big roast. I'm thinking roasted potatoes, some vegan sausage, and some broccoli, and then some sourdough bread. And I need to go to the grocery store to get some of these ingredients. So let's go. Ceylon tea, breakfast in Paris, jasmine blossom, wild raspberry hibiscus, licorice spice. None of these are calling to me. Uplifting double bergamot and Earl Grey. Yogi tea is having a sale, and I've been out of peppermint and not able to find a replacement for a month. Yay! It's turning Christmas and I'm so excited! Bonjour, je m'appelle Monsieur Hu, and I am unapologetically living my very best life. 'Tis true, 'tis true. Are you hungry? Was that a paw twitch I spotted? And a wink of the eye? Are you hungry? Oh, is it dinner time? Oh my goodness. Lead the way by all means. Yes, please. Oh, yes, I'm following. Don't worry, don't worry. Oh, this way, you say? Okay. This is what I'll be cooking for dinner. So I have some butternut squash and potatoes that I'm going to roast together, and some broccoli. Then I have our Beyond sausage and some sourdough, which I plan on putting some heirloom tomato on. Onion to saute with the sausages, and some lemon juice for the broccoli. Should be very good. My sous chef is here, of course. The first thing I'm going to do is chop, oil, season, and roast the potatoes because those will take the longest. I'm seasoning the potatoes with a mix of salt, rosemary, mustard, and thyme, and this is really random, but a sprinkle of paprika is my secret ingredient. I think it makes them extra heartwarming. While the potatoes roast, I'm going to steam the broccoli. Once the broccoli is steamed through, I think I'm gonna saute it a little bit just to add a touch of crispness to it. And at that point, I will drizzle over some lemon juice. For flavor, I'm going to use a splash of liquid aminos and a sprinkle of powdered ginger. I have the hiccups. Next, I'm going to slice an onion and saute it, and once it's translucent, I'm going to add in the sausage. The onion made me so sad. Ooh, ooh. Oh, onion eyes.
Hi.
Hi. Lastly, I'm going to toast the sourdough and sliced tomato and add some salt and pepper for flavor to the tomato, and then sprinkle it all over top of the sourdough with some nutritional yeast. Yay! Ba ba da ba ba potato. Yummy, yummy, yum. Let me check them. I think they're gonna be perfect.
Mo, what are you doing?
I'm preparing one for my sous chef, Monsieur.
She doesn't want it to burn his mouth.
It's so hot to the touch still. Okay, there you go.
The dog lives a good life.
It's ready. Ah, this looks so delicious. I hope it tastes as good as it looks. I've made myself a peppermint tea, a yogi peppermint tea, and I love yogi tea. It has great ingredients, but what I really love about it is that every single tea bag has a saying on it, and I haven't read mine yet, so I want to read it now. My tea bag says, "Know the unknown, hear the unheard, see the unseen." These feel like very, very wise words. Okay, I think that means like know the unknown is like the same thing as believing, having faith in something. Hear the unheard. That one's a bit more difficult. I guess it could be taken many ways, but like maybe the way that I'd like to take it is that maybe listen more than I have. Pay attention to something as simple as birdsong on an early morning. See the unseen. I want to apply that same perspective and just try and pay attention to things that I normally overlook and appreciate things that I don't typically notice or see. Cheers, friends. Still too hot to drink, but I am looking forward to this. It was a really great dinner with friends. It is just one of my favorite things to make a big, heartwarming meal and share it with people. It's just the best. And now I'm cozied up in my comfy pants, very stretchy comfy pants, and I'm feeling quite Christmassy, if I'm honest. I hope you don't mind, but being in the grocery store and seeing all the Christmas things out, and seeing as it's the start of November when you're watching this, it's like, it's time. We are quickly approaching the festive season. I have secretly been in the Christmas festive mood. A fly just flew into my eye. Who does he think he is? I've been secretly in the festive season mode since July because, okay, there's a fly, it keeps flying around me. It's a Christmas fly. Because, oh, you guys, I'm so excited. I've been working on a secret project and it's ready. It's very nearly ready. My next video, it will officially be ready, but I can show you now. I have designed a Christmas puzzle. Oh my gosh. Is it focusing on the puzzle? Can you see it? I will pop it up on the screen digitally and zoom in to different details because let me tell you, there are so many hidden fun details in this puzzle. I made an illustration over summer and so many of you asked for it in puzzle form. So I looked into what it would take to make puzzles out of my art, and it turns out that it takes at least 3 months, if not more, and quite a big or significant investment. So with that in mind, I was able to prepare. Are you okay? You sure? Okay. So with that in mind, I was able to prepare a Christmas puzzle. I started working on this in July. It was literally 100 degrees outside and I had Christmas movies playing, Christmas music on, and I was doing a Christmas illustration. I drew Landon, Rue, and me into the puzzle. We're carrying a Christmas tree. My favorite bit is all the people ice skating around the massive Christmas tree in the middle, but also there are so many little bits in the windows of the buildings in the background. I don't want to give it all away because I think it is really fun finding bits while you're doing the actual puzzle. So I'm gonna save a few of the Easter eggs, but no, there are lots of fun hidden things in here. And it's 500 pieces, which I think is very, very doable. It's actually my ideal puzzle size. And the quality of the puzzle is so good. I am very, very happy with how it's turned out. And the only thing I need to do is figure out how to mail the puzzles, both in the United States and internationally. They will be available internationally. I just need to figure out the best box and mailing system. And once that's set, these will be available for purchase on my website. So by November 15th, this will be for sale on my website. Probably a little bit sooner if you check. That being said, I recently launched my Cozy Things sweatshirt and they sold out in literally one evening. It was about 2 hours that it took for them to entirely sell out, which I did not expect at all. For context, my A Wondrous You sweatshirt that I launched last year took 6 months to sell out. So the Cozy Things launch just far surpassed any expectation I had. And I just want to say thank you so much to everyone who purchased a Cozy Things sweatshirt. I could not have dreamed of it going any better than it did. And I know there were quite a few of you who wanted one but didn't get one in time. And I partnered with a smaller company locally in Portland to make these sweatshirts, and they don't have the bandwidth to be able to do a quick restock. From start to finish, it took just over a month for these sweatshirts to be made. So it would have taken at least another month to do a restock, which is too late. So I've learned from this experience, and next time I launch something like a sweatshirt, I will do a pre-order, and hopefully everyone who wants one can get one. The puzzles were already being made and printed when I launched Cozy Things, so I've not done a pre-order this time around. There is a set number, but I hope that everyone gets one who wants one. I wanted to share with you guys the book that I'm currently reading, nearly finished actually. It's a children's literature book called Pax by Sarah Pennypacker and illustrated by John Klassen. It's got a really sweet cover, very sweet illustrations, and it's about a fox and his boy. This little boy finds a fox who is starving to death, and he takes him home and raises him. And due to unfortunate circumstances, years later, about 6 or 7 years later, they are separated, and this kind of outlines their journey trying to get back to each other. And whew, it is a children's literature read, but oh my goodness, it is a heartstring puller or a tear jerker. It just is so sweet and so sad. I think children's literature does a really good job at making the harder aspects of humanity more digestible. Oftentimes really terrible things like war or poverty, illness are written very matter-of-factly in children's literature, and the characters as little children just get through it. So if you are looking for a safe outlet to feel the feelings, I recommend this. I have so many unfinished books, but they're just not what I want to read right before bed. So I'm thinking in my next video, I'm going to try and finish all my unfinished books from this year and let you know what I think about all of them. I think that would feel really, really good. And then once I've done that, I can dive into some holiday reading. And let me tell you, I have so many holiday books that I'm excited to read, which I shouldn't because I'm already struggling to finish what I already have, what I've started. But on my Patreon book club, we are currently voting on the book that we're going to read for November and December. And I wanted to share with you guys the list of books that we're voting on because it is a strong list. And I would love, ideally, to be able to read all of these. Realistically, that's not going to happen. Still though, I wanted to share them. So on the reading list for November and December is, I have this one, Winter Solstice by Rosamund Pilcher. I mentioned this in a previous video, and it's definitely one of my top 5 favorite books of the year. It is so slow-paced and comforting. It takes place in the late 90s in a small town in Scotland, and it's just daily life during the holiday season. I read this book earlier this year and found so much peace in the time that I spent reading it. In second place is Once Upon a Wardrobe by Patty Callahan. This takes place in 1950 or in the 1950s and is about an older sister, she's college age, who sets out to discover the origins of Narnia because it's her very sick little brother's dying wish. He wants to know how Narnia came about and if it really truly exists. So, from what I read of the summary, it looks like the sister actually has the opportunity to interview C.S. Lewis over tea, which I just think is a fascinating concept. So I really want to read that one. In the children's literature genre in the poll is The Girl Who Saved Christmas by Matt Haig. I love Matt Haig. He is incredible, and I've read A Boy Called Christmas and watched the movie adaptation, and I loved both of them. I get that really strong childhood magic, Christmas magic feeling from both of those, and I'm hoping to find it in A Girl Who Saved Christmas. So it takes place in Victorian England time period, and an impoverished girl saves Christmas. In the holiday romance category, we're voting on Royal Holiday by Jasmine Guillory. Royalty, romance, and the holidays. Need I say more? And lastly, One Christmas Morning by Rachel Greenlaw, a modern day, emotional but relatable retelling of A Christmas Carol. I'm looking at my computer in case you're wondering why I keep looking this way, but it just makes me so excited for the holiday season. And I've only read Winter Solstice off of this list, but I got these books from recommendations from people on my Patreon, so that's where they're coming from. And I definitely want to try to read as many of these books as I can. Late fall and December always feels so tender or emotionally intense. I feel like I could cry at any little thing, but I mean that in a good way, but also, sometimes in a bad way. It's just like everything's exaggerated this time of year. And all we can do is our best. Just get through it, hopefully enjoy it. Yeah, everything just feels very exaggerated during the holidays. And so I hope that this November and this December, you have days that warm your heart. You have moments of deep comfort and some like belly laughter. For me, laughter is the best medicine. It feels so good to laugh. So I hope you have multiple moments of belly laughs. And if you need it, I hope that you have the space to have a good cry. A really, really good cry. I've been having lots of those recently, and it's exhausting, but I'm finding that the more that I cry and feel my sadness, the more I feel the joy, which is cliche, but cliches exist because they're true. Anyways, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for spending these 2 days with me. I love you, and I will see you again soon.